Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? You have meeting today?
Yeah.
Oh, Monday you have meeting?
Random. It's different every month.
Oh.
Just in here though. I mean, this shouldn't affect you up there. It starts at 5:30.
Can I clean fast?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead. That's fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Tonight we are learning three players from the Phoenix Mercury are finalists for the U.S. Women's Olympic basketball team. That includes guard Diana Taurasi, center Brittany Griner, and forward Candace Dupree. They are among 25 finalists. USA Basketball will announce the 12-member roster later this year. And we'll be right back with a final check of the forecast.
At Arrowhead Cadillac, we dare greatly by giving you a one-of-a-kind, world-class ownership and buying experience. Arrowhead Cadillac is built to move your world forward with remarkable values like this.
Lease a new 2016 ATS for just $279 a month. Affordable luxury is yours today at Arrowhead Cadillac.
Dare greatly, choose wisely, choose Arrowhead Cadillac. Just off the 101 at West Bell Road and 83rd.
I was scared to go back to the dentist because I hadn't been in for a while. Some spot where they saw all this spot and they didn't make fun of my on our nightly news at 6. Okay, let's take a look at the weather here in the valley, and it's going to get better as we head through the week. So we'll be in the upper 60s for the next 2 days, up to 70s by Thursday. You beautiful, thanks everybody. We'll be back in about 30 minutes. Stick around.
Keep it right here. NBC News is next. Followed by Arizona News. And extra Mario Lopez on 12 News.
Picture yourself right here. A woman with 8 o'clock here. We specialize in right cross. Two longer, that's the road, 101.
I want you to place this award on the podium next to the vehicle that you think will rank highest in initial quality. J.D. Power ranked the Malibu, Silverado half pound, and Equinox highest in initial quality. That's a Mercedes can get this Chevy Equinox LT around $199 a month. See your Valley Chevy. Let's do it. Okay.
Which one's closer? The Corolla or the Prius?
Right to town. Let's begin again.
How will you decide which Toyota to get? Right now, lease a 2016 Corolla for only $129 a month for 24 months with no security deposit, or get $750 cash back. Toyota, let's go places.
What does it mean to put customers first? At SRP, it means caring about the environment while providing a reliable source of water to the valley. It means protecting the forests where our water supply begins. It means planting more than 1 million trees in areas destroyed by fires. It means working with partners to store 4 years' worth of water underground. At SRP, we make decisions based on what's best for our customers, our communities, and the environment. SRP, delivering water and power.
After hitting the Scottsdale Auto Auction, come see our show. I'm Michael Schumacher European. Check out our huge inventory of sweet rides in our AMG Performance Center.
I've not made it
It's
to
all at
do my
Schumacher.
first
Scottsdale
one.
Road.
Not been to one, yeah.
I've tried to make it.
Me too. I never worked.
12 News at 10. Mark Curtis and Vanessa
Your
Lee
first one?
with the stories everyone's talking about.
For all the
Getting you tomorrow's weather tonight. Plus,
I always feel bad when they
sports
show the
and
picture and there's like
before
3
you head to
people
bed,
there
get your
for you.
fix.
And I'm
12
like,
News at
I
10.
wish I could have gone.
Developing news tonight. Buried by a history-making blizzard. Dozens of cities and towns slammed, neighborhoods stranded, and a travel nightmare. 13,000 flights canceled. The ripple effect all across the country.
Well, it used to be 24 hours, and then they got bought out by LA Fitness. I live on University and University, like in between Price and this hotel.
But I'm always looking for a workout.
Oh, I go by myself. Do you go to LA Fitness? Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah,
I'll go with you. Yeah. I I can go to any of the clubs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you ever.
What's going on?
Hey,
Hi. Huh?
we were just talking about she was wanting
really?
a workout buddy. I was like, I'm always for that.
Awesome. Good for you. You guys, where would you work out?
We're both at LA Fitness.
Oh, well, that was out too.
Just write our name.
I have to prove that I work tonight.
Oh, okay.
I will vouch for you.
Although I have a camera here for Periscope.
Oh yeah.
You guys mind?
No.
It's kind of funny in this area. You know, it's weird.
The financial impact at $850 million. So many people and so many things affected, but the recovery, albeit uneven.
I used to be LA Fitness. I like it.
We have full coverage.
It's a nice gym.
They bought on the 24 hours.
I heard that.
Yeah.
They're getting big.
That's what happened to my. I use a 24 hour.
I mean, they're all pretty much the same,
Yeah.
right?
Except for Lifetime, and we all know that's the cream of the crop.
That's where I go.
I wish.
I wish.
It's just really nice. Don't they have a spa in there too?
They have a spot. Well, what is it? I mean, a spot that you have to pay extra for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. I never use it, but
Yeah.
they have a nice little cafe when you walk in. Good food. And, yeah, they treat you well. It's like $50 a month.
Yeah.
What they're supposed to do isn't done.
In Washington, D.C., the government
Wow.
shut down again. Schools and businesses are
Oh, that's
closed.
Can you
For
imagine
first
having
responders, a state of
something like
emergency. Some stuck in the snow. In Round Hill, Virginia, an ATV will only take you so far. We reach this community by foot.
This is the only way in and out, huh?
No plows on these streets for days.
We feel trapped, you know.
Neighbors have shoveled their way to each other, but they have no way out. For Courtney Krause, the road was her lifeline. 3-year-old son Ray has
Anybody from the East Coast here?
From California.
I'm a native.
You're native?
Colorado.
Oh yeah.
The historic snowball.
How does Colorado get snow?
For some
Yeah,
cities, the big
but I've been here
amount
since I was 13, so.
Oh, okay.
When I go back there,
It's too cold.
and New York. With all the snow came plenty of problems. Roofs are down on businesses, barns, and homes. Today in Queens, the roads are a mess. But classes went on. School buses slipping and sliding. As much frustration here as there is snow.
My daughter has to go to school. She has after school. We can't even get through.
Tonight across the east, this is the big dig. But as the temperatures plummet, tomorrow will be the big freeze. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News, Washington.
This is Jacob Rascone along the Jersey Shore, a direct hit along the southern coast.
Our operation today is really focusing on anybody that's calling in for property checks. So we get a lot of calls for gas leaks or electrical fires and things like that.
It was the worst flooding the town of West Wildwood has ever seen.
You tell me the same things every day.
Surrounded, dozens had to be rescued.
Over and over.
The massive winter storm caused record high tides.
Wait,
West
pop out.
Wildwood celebrated a virtual
Hey, look who's here.
The water is mostly gone, but so is the seawall that protected the
You can give it to
town.
me then.
Now a mangled mess. Town officials call the damage here
Right?
catastrophic, and with another storm on the way,
Too special.
have to rebuild.
I've given up on expecting a lot of people anymore. It's just social media. People don't come out to groups as much.
For me, I didn't get off work till 5, gotta go home, change, feed the dog, change
Question
clothes,
why he was back on the
and then
campaign
try
trail
to fight traffic.
And you
coming
made
this
it.
way.
And you made it pretty much on time.
Flooding damage. All the flooding was
Good for you.
yesterday morning.
I made it.
Obviously, this isn't a
You got rock and refill too.
I know, 'cause I haven't eaten dinner.
Barbara Williams woke up to
Oh, look,
this.
oh, wait,
Just a mess.
we have more.
I don't know who's going to clean it all up.
Hi.
We can't.
I don't recognize you.
Free everywhere you
me.
look.
Oh, that's why.
Darn, I tried.
And with the possibility of another storm, a scramble to prepare yet again.
The mayor estimates that the overall damage here
Well,
is
there
in
used
the
to be a
millions
good
of
crowd that
dollars,
always
whether
came.
it's
I know, right?
moving debris
I made them go all the way by my board groups. It must have been.
which will happen
What happened?
so the town can find the money to do it.
Well, some of them didn't
All
like
right,
to talk,
Jacob,
they
thanks.
just
And then
like
there
to
is
come.
the travel
Hey, you don't have to talk. You can sit there and be quiet the whole time. It's
Still
okay.
not over. Today
There's the
alone,
other, the
1,600
two other guys.
flights in the U.S. were canceled.
I was
That's
saying,
an
Oh yeah, one of them called me. Said he got a job as a truck driver.
over the weekend.
So he's like somewhere in Idaho right now.
Struggle at airports to get back on schedule.
In snow.
At the major East Coast hub airports, from LaGuardia to Philly to Washington, day 3 of the Big
the
Dig
will
Out.
is live.
At Reagan National Airport,
Yeah.
enough snow to fill a football field
Someone
dumped into a
says.
massive new snow melter.
That's what
While
who says?
runways were clearing, the parking lots
Oh.
took a lot longer. And without parking spots, passengers and employees can't get
So you guys are gonna go
inside.
home with some food tonight. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
From sunup to sundown. After days of empty gates, finally today, the runways and ramps were reopening. American alone brought in 41 planes by noon to jumpstart operations. Mariana Bashara spent last night on the floor here.
I was lucky that I was like sleeping
Hello.
Nationwide, a staggering 13,000 flights canceled since Friday morning. Flight Radar 24 captured Washington's normally congested airspace, nearly empty of air traffic on Sunday. At JFK in New York, Delta Airlines managers say it's their biggest recovery effort since Hurricane Sandy in 2012. The challenge now, getting all of the planes and crews back into position nationwide, then a flight schedule to get passengers where they need to go.
We're operating full schedule today, but for the airline, ticket prices recovered.
And it's not just air travel.
waiting for a train. Hopefully our train's not going to be canceled.
Amtrak on reduced service today, though it never ceased operations during the storm as it cleared 400 miles of track. Tonight, from rail to road to runway, a slow rebound on the East Coast. Flyover predicting to see pretty close to normal operations tomorrow. On Wednesday right now, very few cancellations in advance, and this may have to happen at an opportune time because periods of travel across the country.
Alright.
This time of year, very few people are on holiday or vacations, and that makes it a bit easier to resume normal operations. Lester?
All right, Tom Costello, thanks. To politics now. 1 week until Iowa, and high drama down the stretch on both sides. Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders locked in a neck-and-neck battle as Ted Cruz tries to fend off Donald
Mouth's
Trump.
open.
Each focused on the numbers that count. And we've got it all covered, starting with NBC's Ellie Jackson in Iowa. Hi, Ellie.
Good evening, Lester. Republican Party leaders here in Iowa tell NBC News they're getting ready for record turnout 1 week from tonight, something that could help Donald Trump. But with as many as 4 in 10 people saying they'll wait till the last minute to make up their minds about who to support, what happens over the next 7 days, these closing arguments will make a difference. From the back of the pizza chain where she works, Angie Point watches candidates swing by for a slice and a speech.
With 7 kids at home, I do like homeland security is a really big issue. I want to keep my kids safe.
You said top 2.
Who are the top 2? In between Trump and probably Ted Cruz.
But just recently, she's decided on Trump, and she's apparently not alone as he surges 11 points here. Ted Cruz slipping 4. What's changed?
I like Ted Cruz. He's been very nice to me.
Trump's 2.
He's a nasty guy. And he brought it up at the debate. He started it. I finished it.
Hammering Cruz for days on his eligibility, his positions on ethanol and immigration, and his personality. Trump supremely confident and taking aim.
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
Cruz hitting back. You spent 6-7 months hugging Donald Trump, embracing him. So how are people supposed to believe you now when you say he shouldn't be their pick?
Yeah, I'm happy to have a conversation about how Donald's and my records differ when it comes to defending life.
Cruz today getting back up from former rival Rick Perry as his supporters hope to sway Iowans with new ads.
Does this sound conservative?
I am pro-choice in every respect.
And the rest of the field just trying to not finish so far out of the money that it appears that they just have no shot at the nomination.
Including Marco Rubio looking to get hot late, getting the nod from the state's biggest paper and standing side by side with freshman star Senator Joni Ernst.
Well, there's only 7 days left, so I don't think people should be worried about peaking right now.
Under 170 hours and counting. Hallie Jackson, NBC News, Manchester, Iowa.
I'm Andrea Mitchell as the Democrats make their closing arguments. He said, I don't know. It's kind of like my head versus my heart. And I said, well, you can have it both. Each trying to connect to voters.
It's so hard. The most that day.
Do anything to pay
Cool. So when my
your bills.
I'm always telling her, and she's like,
That's so fun. Do you wear it when you sleep? Does it really track you when you sleep?
It
How you sleep?
does, but it's like really sensitive. It's like,
I mean, if you just move, it will say restless
paid
or,
staff and
you know.
thousands of volunteers.
So
For
then
Democrats,
it's like
Iowa
30
caucus
times
rules are
restless
more
or something.
complicated than for Republicans.
Oh,
Candidates
yeah,
have to
I
meet a
would-
minimum
me too.
threshold of supporters in each caucus to even get votes. Clinton posted an animated how-to manual today.
And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Sanders' team produced a video Friday.
You're going to be MP by election, and you're an Iowan, you can caucus.
The map shows the challenge for
it's not
Sanders.
in my
His supporters are
Yes.
concentrated in counties that have college towns. But to win, he needs first-time voters to show up.
Yeah, bumps and it goes.
So he's
Click,
riding
click.
a bus.
That works, but I feel guilty.
Oh, I know.
So maybe soon I'll be like,
We hope they'll come home and visit their parents and not only go to their
But
own
right now, I
but bring their
still-
parents with them. We're geared up. We think our field operation has been extraordinary.
For the first time, President Obama with Politico seemed to be trying to tip the scales for Clinton.
She can start here day one. More experience than any non-vice president has ever been who aspires to this office.
And in an unpredictable year, now the threat of a third-party challenge from multi-billionaire Mike Bloomberg. The former New York mayor might run if Sanders is the Democratic nominee and if Trump or Cruz gets the Republican nomination. A decision Bloomberg won't make until March. Lester?
Thanks, Andrea. There is breaking news from Texas. A grand jury investigating undercover footage of a meeting with Planned Parenthood official has cleared the organization of any wrongdoing, while instead choosing to indict the anti-abortion activists involved in making the videos that provoked so much controversy. Our Justice correspondent Pete Williams is in Washington with Lake.
My blue and red
A
today.
surprising turn, Lester, in an investigation requested by the governor of Texas, who wanted to know if Planned Parenthood broke any laws. The question arose after anti-abortion advocates made videos that appeared to show representatives of Planned Parenthood talking about selling tissue from aborted fetuses.
It's like an undercover story about Planned Parenthood or something.
But now it's the makers of the videos who
Right. All right, you guys, thanks for coming out. Appreciate it very much. Always nice to have a group that comes in person, as we just talked about. It's hard to get people to come because we have Facebook, and I'm even broadcasting this on the web. So if you are talking, if you don't mind speaking up just a little bit, the camera's right over here. It's kind of pointing in this direction. I might move it around tonight. We'll probably go about an hour. We don't have a big group, so I have a little bit of a talk I want to do about protein. After that, I'll show you what I got up here, do a little round the room discussion, see if we can open up to each other about hopefully our struggles and our successes, and we'll see where we're at from there. Okay? You get to go home to your families. All right. How about this chair? At least I just want you to sign it. Okay. So tonight, what I want to do is I want to talk a little about, just a few minutes about protein. You all know protein's important. I think we've mashed that in your heads a million times. However, I don't think not you personally, but I think a lot of patients get just how important it is for your weight loss. And when you have either the sleeve or the band, it's hard to get enough protein. It is. And you all, I'm sure, everybody here has had surgery. I'm looking around the room. Okay. So would you all agree it's hard to get enough protein, or does anybody think that's not hard at all?
It was hard at first.
You're fine with it now? Okay. Well, when you can only eat a half a cup of food, unless you're drinking the protein, sometimes you might need upwards of 100, 130, 150 grams a day. It just depends on the person, though. But let's talk a little bit about why protein is important really quick. I'm not going into tons of detail here. I just printed out a study for you guys. It's an old study, but it really just gets to the heart of why protein is the best thing you can eat for weight loss. It's because of insulin, and really insulin's the key here. So if you have high insulin levels, you are going to increase your level of fat storage. Because if you aren't doing much all day long, you're not running marathons, you're not out there burning a ton of calories, most of the carbs you eat are going to be not used for energy because you aren't doing much. So they're going to be converted to a fat molecule and brought up and stored. if you're eating a lot of, if you're eating more protein, it's a lot, as the study shows. It's kind of a, I mean, you can read it, it's easy. It doesn't increase your insulin levels, obviously. There's a lot more work involved in taking the protein molecule and taking it into, converting it by gluconeogenesis into a fat molecule. It's just a lot of work for your body to do. So you're going to have less of that if you consume more protein, and hence you'll probably end up seeing more fat loss, which would equal weight loss. Now, someone who goes on Atkins, who's just strictly protein all the time, that's not what I'm asking you to do here. But when they do that, there's a couple of reasons why they lose weight fast. Number one is the reason I just told you about, but number two, the more important reason is for every gram or so of carb for storage requires a gram of water. So there's more water needed to store carbohydrates than protein, or convert to fat. So when you consume less carbs, you're going to have less water storage, which means you're going to lose a lot of water weight. And that's why you see it like 20 pounds lost in like 2 weeks. On the pre-op diet, for instance, that you all went on, you know, obviously you didn't lose 20 pounds, or maybe you didn't lose 20, but 10 pounds of fat. You just can't lose that much poundage of fat. If you ever held 20 pounds, you understand it's a lot in 2 weeks, but you lost a lot of water weight. So what happens is you lose this water weight. Let's say a patient of mine is 280, goes on the pre-op diet, gets down to 260 the day before surgery, has the surgery, goes down to like 250, so you're down like 30 pounds in 3 weeks or so. Then flatlines for a month or two. Doesn't gain, doesn't lose any more weight. Because what they're doing is they're putting on the water weight back, but they're losing a little bit of fat slowly as well, but the scale stays the same. Or they lose inches, or they feel like there's something's changing, but the scale just keeps staying the same.
So I should be happy is what you're saying.
You think I was talking to you directly, right? That's hilarious. That's really funny.
Can you back up just 2 seconds? Because at the beginning you said if you were drinking your protein, like I'm getting my protein in, but I'm still notoriously drinking it rather than eating
It doesn't matter. No, I don't want to imply
Do I
that.
need more protein?
Not necessarily. I mean, we could talk about your weight loss when we go around the room and talk about that. Save that for when we go around.
Okay.
Let's see where
I
you're
just
at.
thought I heard you say you have to have more protein if you're drinking it. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
no, I'm sorry. You misunderstood me. I was saying that you could get more protein if you drink it. I think that's what I said, yeah. I just meant to imply that you can get more. That's all. So in this study, you know, it shows you how the insulin levels are not affected as much by definitely fat, but protein, it's not as much as well. And the second thing with protein is it's almost universally agreed upon that it's more filling. You're going to be satiated longer, and you're going to be satiated longer because the insulin doesn't rush in like a glucose molecule, pull it in, taking it away quickly. And your feelings of hunger and fullness are all related to that whole mechanism around the insulin response and the hunger hormone ghrelin and leptin, which is the fullness hormone. All these secretions are sent in basically by the insulin response. So it's a whole mechanism that's fascinating to people like me, but maybe not so much to you guys. But it is really cool. So why am I telling you all this? Well, I'm telling you this because that's why you need your protein. And I just want you to understand why. How much protein do you need? That's a lot. There's a lot of debate about that. And if you go into a medical journal, you'll see a certain amount of grams of protein per kilogram, not weight, but pounds, but kilogram of body weight. So if you do the conversion, if you weigh 200 pounds, you have to divide by 2.2 to get your kilograms. And then you'd multiply that by, like, not that you have to remember this, but 0.8. So someone like myself, 210 pounds, would need, technically from the journal, about 80 to 100 grams of protein a day. So if you're small, if you weigh 150, obviously it goes down. I don't know if I agree with that, and a lot of the newer studies coming out show we need more than that. And if they don't hurt your kidneys and the protein doesn't cause any problems, especially with the kidneys, because when you eat protein, a lot of urea is taken off that molecule and filtered through the kidneys. And a lot of people in the basically 90s and 80s thought these high protein diets were really bad for your kidneys. We're not really seeing that. So someone like myself gets about 250 grams of protein a day. But someone who has weight loss surgery, I'm looking for a good 100 grams. Most people, obviously, I have a couple men I saw today who were 280 pounds, a lot of muscle on them. They need more than my female patient who, weighs 200, 220, and has muscle on them. So there is a difference. But if you start at that 100 grams, universally across the board, If you can get up to that 100 grams, I think you're doing a really good service for yourself. And people look at me when I say 100 grams and they go, I can't eat 100 grams of protein a day, or I can't consume them because that, again, involves the drinking. And my answer is simple. When I've laid out for you, here's the deal. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 100 grams of protein is 400 calories. So assuming you're eating 1,000 calories a day, I'm asking you to eat out of those 1,400 from protein. That seems a little bit more realistic. Otherwise, you must be eating a lot of carbs because the only way you get calories is from carbs, fats, and protein. So if you're eating 400 calories from protein, you're still getting 600 over here from all the carbs and all the fats in your diet. Does that seem like it's more reasonable when you hear it that way?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And if you happen to be eating 1,200 calories, which I'm fine with too, now you can still have 800 calories left over to eat from your carbs and your fats. And I'm sure you've all tried to go high protein. You can see it's hard, and you can see how there's carbs and everything, and it's hard to get that protein. Eat more protein than carbs at a meal. It's hard to do unless you're doing a shake. Okay. So does anybody have any questions about that? Protein. Okay. I mean, again, no, I get it. You already knew this, but I just wanted to expound for a few minutes on it, just to push that point across. Every time you eat, protein first. Okay. Here we go. Segue into the table here. Okay, now you're all sitting over there. I'll pick this stuff up and show you. It's all the stuff you eat. It's not. I didn't go to Whole Foods for this. I just went to Safeway. Sometimes I've done a support group where I'll go in deep in the back of Whole Foods and get all these things you've never seen or tried. That's a nice group too, but this is stuff you can get and most of you eat already. So I just want to talk about these, and then we'll figure out a way to you can take them home with you. I just bought them. I know there's no fridge here, so don't panic. I just bought them 20 minutes ago on the way here. So when you walk into Safeway or Fry's or one of the major stores, your goal is to get, like when I checked out today, the lady at the cash register thought I probably was a crazy protein monster. Okay? So, I mean, this is ridiculous. But if you check out and this is what your grocery bags look like, hey, that's great. There's some carbs in here somewhere. I'm not saying there's all protein, and we'll look at that. But these are the foods that should be kind of represented in your home, assuming you like them. So here's what I got, and I'm going to just go off really quick, and then I'm going to ask you guys if you could pick, well, the highest protein food here per serving. I'll tell you in a second what I mean by that. So basically, a little bit. You have your mussels, right? Anybody like mussels? Can you eat them? They're a little rubbery. If you have a band, it might get stuck. Anybody like mussels? Oh, come on.
Not a chance. That's what's going home with you.
I guess so. If you've never tried one, but I can understand, I can't convince anybody who's kind of not happy about that, but if you've never tried one, give it a shot. They actually aren't bad.
I've never tried one. They
Okay.
creep me out.
Okay.
But I'll try it.
All right. Wild caught salmon. This used to be only sold at Whole Foods. I was able to buy this at Safeway because your major grocery stores are coming around and having these types of products. Open Nature is a very well-known brand that sells these. You're going to do wild caught if you can. It's a little bit more pricey, but you don't have to worry about the farm raised and what's put in them, the PCBs, these bad chemicals that are put in these fish. You don't know really what you're getting. So you're pretty safe with the wild caught fish. We got Canadian bacon. This is probably the only brand of Canadian bacon I could ever find at the major grocery stores. Very, very lean. I like that the tuna fish has come out with these kind of pre-made. Again, I know you know most of these products, because you can just literally open this and eat it, and it's not even a can, so you don't need a can opener. So you can bring this with you, and it's pretty inexpensive. It's already flavored, so it's not so hard to eat just out of here, whereas regular tuna would be. Of course, you got beans. I just bought this because this represents almost, this is black beans, but any beans are fine. Your Greek yogurt. Oikos is doing this whole 000 thing. Have you seen that?
That's my friend.
That's what you like?
That's your friend.
Okay. So what is it? Zero added sugar, 0 artificial sweetener, 0 fat. So that's kind of nice.
I just had 15.
Yeah. All right, and then you got your cottage cheese. You know, this is a cup of cottage. You know, in fact, you can even clean these out and use it as a measurement for future meal. I mean, it's a cup. I don't want you to cup it. You know, it's close. You know, half a cup would be half of that. You got your canned meats. Anything canned is fine. Chicken. You can buy canned crab. Anywhere in that canned section, buy the tuna, salmon, any of that stuff's your friend too. The high protein oatmeal, Quaker. Anybody tried this before? You have? Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you like that, right?
Yeah.
This is a cranberry almond, but there's a bunch of different flavors. Granted, I'm not up here to tell you everything is perfect. This has sugar in it. It's lower sugar. This is going to give you, unfortunately, 13 grams in the serving. But, you know, again, there's a lot of protein in it, so it's not going to be perfect every time you eat. But for oatmeal, that's good. Of course, hard-boiled eggs, ready to peel, already peeled, ready to go. The Nature Valley protein Greek yogurt bars. You got your.
How many sugars do those have?
These are going to be 11 grams. You got your cheese, Baby Bells, any of those Laughing Cows. Laughing Cows just don't have a lot of protein in them.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem with them. I mean, there's only 30 calories, but you know, 2 grams of protein. It's not a lot, but they're good to eat if you need something low calorie. But these are good. Center cut bacon. I'm okay with pretty much bacon anyway, but you got your center cut, which is going to be lower fat and lower calorie. But it tastes to me the same as regular bacon. This is just a leaner part of the pig, that's all. And then you got your smoked salmon. Anybody like smoked salmon? This is going home with me too?
No, I'll take it.
Okay, good. You'll take it. You're like, I'll take it. Yeah, sodium's not the best, but I really honestly don't. We're not here to talk about sodium, but I'm not really worried about your salt intake after having surgery, just because you don't eat a lot of calories. So, you know, this has 620 milligrams in a serving, which isn't horrible for you, because that's all you're going to eat is one serving. Whereas I might eat, well, there's only 2 servings in the whole thing. So, Crave is a little higher in sugar, but high in protein as well. Anybody have this?
Yeah.
I can see you have. It's beef jerky. It's actually this is a pork jerky.
Yeah, they have turkey jerky too.
And they have turkey jerky.
Yeah.
Good. And it's got interesting flavors like black cherry barbecue, sweet teriyaki. There's a chili lime, I think. There's things like that. So it's kind of soft. It's not as hard to chew. I don't know if it's because it's the pork jerky or not. And then you got your Rock and Refuels, which I'm just going to give away. You don't know if these are right. No? Okay, so these are going to be the best tasting protein shakes besides the one I just got in. Best tasting pre-made protein shakes.
Really?
On the market.
I've never had this.
I
always get Costco.
Costco, yeah.
Well, that's a subjective opinion, mind you, so I could be wrong about that.
That's the only ones I'll drink, but I won't drink the sugar-free back ones.
You want to drink the what?
Sugar-free ones.
They're sugar-free Rock and Refuel?
Those less sugar.
Oh, those. So you want to drink those specifically?
No.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Quinoa. It's a grain, but it's protein. Good protein source. What was I going to say about this? Yeah, the calories are high. I mean, this is almost like, in itself, just eating this itself is almost like a meal. Because you're going to have, well, I take that back. You're not going to eat the whole serving, but, I mean, you're going to have this as a centerpiece. And this isn't really as high in protein. It has protein in it, but it's flaxseed. And it's a ground up flaxseed, so it's called Flaxseed Meal by Bob's Red Mill. This stuff's great. So if you need protein and fiber and like a nutty texture and it's filling, use this in your oatmeal, in your protein shakes. You know, it's 2 tablespoons as a serving. That's going to be 60 calories. So it's not horrible, but it's definitely going to add up if you use too much of it. But in those 60 calories, you're getting 4 grams of fiber, no carbs, very little carbs, and I can't tell you the protein because I'm about to quiz you on that. So. All right. And granted, does anybody want to make a guess on how much I spent, ballpark, on everything in front of you?
45.
That's a quick guess.
50 or 61.
A little safe, like 50.
Oh, 94.
Lower.
86.
About 80. About 80, $78 to $80.
Once you said remember Safeway, yeah, you go up.
Right.
That's all I know.
And a lot of that was, you know, if anybody,
The salmon.
the mussels weren't bad. The salmon was high, and yeah, all the salmons were high.
Yeah,
The beef jerky's gonna put you back about $7.
Yeah.
The quinoa was not cheap. Yeah, the quinoa was not cheap. So I know it's expensive to eat this way, but if you really, I mean, obviously this is 2 servings. This is, you know, there's a lot of servings here for you guys. So in relation to how much you're eating, I think you can manage it. And you got to buy it in bulk. Like this is technically bulk for you, you know. So you have to spend. This is probably $12, $13, but this should last you a while when it's frozen. So keep that in mind. Okay, so if you remember everything I said, I know it's hard to see everything up here, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys write down, let's say top 3 protein to give this stuff away. I got to give this stuff away somehow. So let's have a little fun. Let's have you guys guess. So on the back of your handout, and I have pens if you need them. Everybody else have pen? Here. So let's go ahead so you can see everything.
Top 3 is
I don't know, this is kind of weird.
calories.
Okay, so here's what I need. We're going to do the highest protein, and that's per serving. Okay? It's a little confusing though, because I want the meats, the salmon, like this, it's per ounce. Because the serving size is more than you can eat. So basically, okay, let me take it back. For the salmon, the bacon, the salmon over here, it's protein per 3 ounces, which is what you're going to eat. Okay? Everything else is per serving. So this is 1 bar, this is 1 egg, this is 1 packet. This will be, what's the serving on here? Half cup. The mussels are going to be 3 ounces. The bacon's just 1 slice. Or no, I'm sorry, 3 slices, which is the serving. Half a cup of cottage cheese, a can of chicken, 1 whole yogurt, and 1/3 of the can of beans. This packet, and the cheese is 1 cheese. Okay, so what do you think has the most? This definitely doesn't. Take a second. Can you see everything? We got the salmon. There's wild caught salmon. I know you think the salmon would be the same as, but they're a little different.
So you want us to write the top 3?
Top 3. We'll go with that to start. I see people at home are guessing as well.
I'll tell them to come on down.
Can't get anything unless you're here.
Thank you.
I should put it up higher. Alright, looks like you're all done already. Sounds like good.
You asked for 3 answers.
This Periscope is funny. If anybody calls me, it shuts off. I told nobody to call me. Okay. Alrighty, so I know you wrote it down. I go by the honor system. You don't have to hand it in. So what do we think? Okay, so we're gonna give the prize to the person that I'm gonna say if you get to the top 3. I hope only one of you do. Otherwise we'll do a drawing. So anybody want to shout out who they think the number 1 is? This is
Bacon.
Bacon.
Yogurt.
Mussels.
All right. So yogurt, mussels. Okay.
I say yogurt, mussels, protein shake.
I put shake, salmon, yogurt.
Bacon. The shake. I mean the drink and cottage cheese.
Wow. Okay. So there may be some controversy here, but let's hope we get this right. The protein shake is number one.
Yay!
Now, just tell you right there, there's 30 grams of protein. If anybody saw that. Protein shake is number one. You can't really beat that. Liquid protein is almost impossible to beat. Our protein shake has 22 grams per scoop, but you can do 2 scoops and get easily 44. And then you combine it with the milk if you use milk, or almond milk. You can get to 50 really fast with that. So protein shake's number one. The number 2 is the mussels. The mussels have 24 grams of protein.
They're just pure muscle.
They
are. That's what they're called.
Right.
That's all protein.
So you're eating protein. You know you are. That's for 3 ounces. So you got number 2 right there. See, this is why you want to try this, right?
God, no.
It's not going to happen, is it? Okay.
No.
Now there's a tie for number 3. Ooh, you know what? I didn't write mine order. Okay. Mussels are number 3. Number 2. There are 9 grams of protein per ounce of jerky. So 27.
Wow, crazy.
And in this container, there's 3.5 servings. Now, there's a serving is an ounce here, so I counted this for the meats. So you're gonna get the most bang for your buck with this. Okay, so you got the shake, you got the jerky, and then you got the mussels. I'm sorry, the shake, the jerky, the mussels. Would be your top 3. And nobody got that, did they?
I only got 2.
2 out of 3? Did anybody else get 2 or 3? Okay, so you win, but once okay, so you get to make the first choice. All right.
I'll try them.
Let's go with. We have a winner. Let's do another round. Okay. Second 3.
Second.
The next 3.
The next 3. Whoever gets the most out of the 3.
Got the bacon and cottage cheese.
I gotta make sure I have the answer. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got a tie with the salmon.
Yes.
I'm not mistaken. The chicken gets up here too in terms of. It should. Yeah, that's 18. So so 18 for both. Tie. So we'll count those 2. And then what we got next? We got the smoked salmon. Smoked salmon's just almost the same as salmon, so it's just a few grams lower. There's 4 ounces in this whole package. 22 grams of protein. If you were to cut this up and put it in a half-cup measurement to measure it, I've done it before. You can't. I mean, you could fit in more than you think. You can't fit all this in there, but you could fit almost 3. You could easily fit in 2/3 of this. Yeah. And that should fill you up. Salmon, chicken. Anybody get 2 or 3 or 3 or 3?
1.
Yeah, 1.
Oh boy. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
All right. For those who got 1, raise your hand. All of you? Okay.
Redo. Next 3.
All right. Wait. No, I got a tiebreaker. This is fun. This will keep us here all night. I got a tiebreaker. My tiebreaker is going to be how many calories in 1 packet of this oatmeal?
60.
140.
Don't say it loud.
Oh.
Write it down. With no milk, just the actual cereal in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know that. I do have that. I have a different date.
All right. The answer is 240.
Oh my god.
I said 140.
What do you got?
I was dreaming.
Without milk?
What do you got?
I said 80.
I said 80.
80.
I said
Woo.
80.
I was dreaming.
140.
90.
190.
I said 120. That's got a lot of sugar in it then.
Wow.
Again, it's not a perfect
is
food.
the dried
It's
food,
not a perfect
yeah.
food.
Right.
So 190 was the closest?
Yep, she's higher. Yeah.
All right.
140.
So you get first pick. You get second pick. And I'm going to give you had 110?
And 120.
120, which is, okay, next. And you get third pick. Okay? Remember that, because I'm going to forget. All right, next three. So we got, let me take these off too.
Yeah. Process of elimination here. I feel like I'm back in school.
And the jerky.
Everything?
The muscles.
Oh, muscle. Yeah, get those muscles out of here.
Those are his.
And the oatmeal.
All right, next three. Over the yogurt. Tuna. Okay? Ready? Next up, yogurt.
Yes.
15, 15 grams.
No, don't.
Yes.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Struck out on
10, 14 grams. And next one up is I think it's the cottage cheese. Yep.
Oh.
I had that
Scratched
on
it
my
off.
too.
Put it this time. I hadn't scratched it off. I was like, crap. So I have the yogurt and the tuna.
13 grams. So you're going to get 26 in this little. Okay? Who got all three? Nobody, right? You got two?
I got two, but not in that order.
I'll give it to you. So you both got two in various orders?
Yeah.
Okay. Between you two,
What's the next one?
how many calories in a serving of ham? Which is three of these slices. Between just you two. Write it down.
How many calories?
Yeah, in a serving, which is three of the slices. Got it? 60.
Oh my god. I did 120.
Oh, she's good. She's closer. I had 240.
All right. Okay. So you pick fourth. You pick fifth. All right.
Oh, listen, it's not.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. We'll stop there, and whatever we have left, I'll kind of do a drawing for the rest of you guys to pick. Okay? So it's fun, but we'll be here all night.
That was fun though.
Yeah, it's fun. So next up, just to go down the list, I believe the oatmeal and the yogurt bar. Yeah, both having 10 grams. Oh, I'm sorry, the ham. So, well, the Canadian bacon was 11 grams. Then you have your oatmeal, your granola bar, both with 10. Then you got your beans, 7 grams.
Wow. I thought they would have been higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you? But yeah, you know, it's just like peanut butter. A lot of people think there's more calories in peanut butter. 6 grams in the bacon. So the bacon, again, you probably think there'd be more, but that's per ounce. I'm sorry, that's per 3 ounces. Yeah, 6 grams. But with those, you're only getting 60 calories again, so that's good. And then finish it up. You got your cheese, your eggs. This label of eggs says it has 5 grams of protein. I think most of them have 6 or 7, but that's what they're telling me. The cheese is 5 grams per bar, per little one.
So why did you pick up that cheese instead of the light cheese?
That's all they had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. No,
It's like, why did he go full calorie?
no, you're right. Actually, I looked at that. I'm going, do I want to get this now? And I did, but
The light is the blue one, right?
Yeah.
yeah, they didn't have it.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, that Safeway wasn't very good. And the quinoa. Did I get? What was the quinoa? Oh yeah, the quinoa it had 7 grams for a serving. But I just don't think you're gonna eat 7 grams of it. The whole serving. So you're gonna probably get about 4 out of that, and then the flaxseed has 3 for 2 tablespoons. So there you have it. Does anybody have anything off the top of their head that they eat? I mean, obviously, all your meats are going to have it. That they like to eat a lot of the time protein. That's kind of not represented up here.
Chicken breast.
Okay. Obviously, that's always good.
Chicken breast.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, anything from an animal, you're good to go, as long as you don't mind eating animals. Although you do mind eating mussels. But
They're not considered animals.
thank you.
They're considered slimy.
It's true, they're very slimy. All right. So nobody else has any input on their protein that they like? It's okay if you don't. Just asking.
I just that Costco shake has less calories than that one you brought though.
How many calories? 190?
160.
Oh, that one has 190, 160. And the same amount of protein?
Yes.
30 grams, 160. Okay, so it's probably less fat in it. Yeah. Not bad though. I mean, it's close. A lot of people like the Costco brand. I'll give you that. They do. It's a good brand. Okay. So you guys, come and get your prize. Let me put it back up. You know what order you're in. What in the world?
I kind of want to get them, but I want to try something
Ooh.
new.
Okay.
You said this is high in fiber?
Yes.
I need that.
Price-wise, you know, in case you're looking for that, that's probably $8. That's probably $7 or $8 each.
No, it doesn't matter to me, price.
Well, you know, you want to get your bang for your buck since you won.
I'm going to take this.
All right.
I really have a problem with fiber.
I like it. All right, who was second? I already forgot.
You're second.
But the first round we weren't. First round I moved.
Yeah,
you are. You're second.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're second.
Don't do this to me.
Give me the cottage cheese.
The cottage cheese is your choice?
Yes.
The $1 cottage cheese?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh boy, all right. Next.
I know I like that.
I'm going for the bacon. I like it in my salad.
I love bacon.
Bacon.
That's pricey. Yes.
Bacon and chicken and salad.
Bacon. Who would have thought I'd be giving out bacon and mussels and cottage cheese? Taking the eggs. Okay, I hope you
Yes.
I hope you
Just have to peel them.
I know, they're so
No.
easy.
You know how to peel an egg really easily? Put them in a glass cup.
And shake it? Yes, it comes right
I
off.
know.
It's my band. I can't eat eggs.
You can't? Well, I have to take little bites. Yeah.
By virtue of being last, you can choose. Just because you came tonight, you win. You get a prize for coming.
Those
There
are
you
really
go.
good.
Yeah, those are
There you
good.
go.
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like you're going to be taking
I
mussels home.
actually buy them
I think so.
fresh. They're
All right,
right
so-
at the grocery store and I don't like the skin on the salmon, so I have them then section it and I can get 2 servings out of one piece. And they do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't like the bottom, the underskin of it?
Like this.
You just want that completely off?
Yeah, I have them take it off, fillet it off, and then they section it.
Do you ever cook it at home yourself?
That's,
Okay.
that I just buy it. They sell wild caught at.
Oh, I see. But isn't it good to cook it with the skin on because it gets
Yeah.
burnt?
But I don't like that.
Okay, that's fine.
Only if it's on the grill, then I'm okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. You kind of
Put
need
it
that
in
skin
the
to help you,
oven,
right?
Yeah.
It's going to slime.
Yeah, it's gross.
When you
And
peel
I don't
it
want
off.
to peel it off.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
Then you're invited. You're eating animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Cool, that was fun. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I guess that's all I wanted to say about protein. So I hope you leave here tonight with a renewed focus if you haven't been. 100 grams a day. When I say 100 grams a day, can you, before we move on, do you eat that many grams? Yes. No. No.
No.
No. And no. Don't know.
I rely on protein shakes.
I don't pay attention.
Don't pay attention. And no.
Nowhere near it.
Nowhere near it.
No.
Okay. So let's try to look at that.
I should have that much. I thought it was like 6.
Yeah, I mean, we tell you.
60 to 80 is where I've been.
Okay, I will tell you this. 60 to 80 is fine. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you is there's some research showing that if you up it, as I already told you why it helps you, but the last reason why is because every gram more protein you eat is usually 1 gram less of carb that you're going to eat. It's not like you're just going to eat more calories. You're going to take something away and add that to it. And that's never a bad thing to do. But calories are important, but if you're just focused on the number, the only number is 100 grams of protein, you shouldn't even have to look at calories. You would automatically be full, satisfied on small amounts of food, and I guarantee you're not going to eat over 1,200. I mean, if I gave you as much chicken as you wanted to eat, take away the surgery for a minute, you just had a normal, stomach, you still would have to stop eating chicken after 4 or 5, 6 ounces, right? But if I gave you as much bread or pasta or whatever, you might eat a lot of it. So you just can't eat that much protein. It's hard. So, all right, good. So let's finish up tonight by going around and see how everybody's doing. And once we do that, before you leave, make sure we figure out a way to give this away. I might just do kind of a little quick raffle to give away. And I also want to give away a protein powder tonight too.
Oh,
Sickos, why not?
When are you guys going to have the unflavored one?
What?
Are they going to come out with an unflavored?
You say they, really you're just talking to me because I'm
Yes, you might, yes.
It's really just me.
Yes.
I did unflavored for 10 years.
No, the new one.
I know. I did unflavored 10 years. I had the option of only 2 flavors to choose from, and I went with the chocolate and the cookies and cream for the first order, and it was tough. I do wish that we had the unflavored, but I feel like you can get unflavored anywhere. There's Unjury's a good one. There's Anyway, I think it's called. Yeah. They're online, and they're all the same. I mean, the only difference between ours is I have ours with probiotics, B12 fiber, and some special formulation I worked on, but I guess that's why I went with that.
I can't mix it with water.
You can't mix protein with water?
No, the new one. I don't want chocolate water.
I don't think you should mix it with water.
I hate milk.
You can, what about, you don't like any milky anything?
No.
I don't drink milk either, but the almond milk, it's like thinner.
I can't do it.
And when it's mixed with stuff, you can't tell.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, like, again, it's subjective. Hi.
This is protein. It's water.
It's okay, go ahead.
It's protein.
See, I don't drink any real milk.
You can move that seat over if it's crowded in that area.
I don't drink the soy, I don't drink any of it. So, this is water.
Yeah, you could mix ours with water. I mean, it's not like you can't do it. If you win tonight, maybe you'll try.
Yeah. If not, I'll just
All right, so let's go around the
I put
room.
it in my coffee.
Oh, yes, that's a good idea. So let's go around the room, and for those who've never been to a support group, it's very simple. We just kind of see how everybody's doing, very relaxed. You don't have to share much if you don't want to. I may prompt you with a few questions. You can ask me some questions or the group some questions. Make it worthwhile for you to come out tonight and see how it goes. Sometimes it goes really quick, sometimes a little bit longer. So we'll just go kind of around, start with Lisa and go around the room like this. And just tell us when you had surgery, what surgery, if you want to share your weight loss or any struggles or anything you want to share.
I had the lap band on October 4th. What are we in now? 14th? And this last year I've been about basically on plateau because I haven't done anything.
The last year?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you mean you haven't done anything?
I really haven't done anything.
You just haven't focused on yourself?
Not really, because now all I do is basically go upstairs and stay in my room. But I'll be probably moving now in the year, one way or the other. I'll be moving out, so I have my own kitchen and stuff to do my own stuff.
Right, and we talked about the personal things that she's been talking about. I'm sure you don't want to go into all that now, but things are going to change.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, they even had a second baby now, so it's even worse.
Oh wow.
But I do have a small refrigerator in my bedroom now.
Okay, so you kind of
So
feel like
I
you're
have
locked in that
water
room,
and stuff.
huh?
Yeah.
What about getting out and going for walks and doing the things you would?
I joined a gym, but I
Joined a
haven't
gym, right.
been. I haven't been in the 3 weeks. I have on my goal to go tomorrow because over the holidays and I was sick and then I was taking off vacation. I didn't bother.
Okay, got it. So basically, it's a mixture of just not motivated. Life's not going the greatest for you right now, and it's just hard to.
It's just up in
eat
the air
100
right
grams
now.
of protein a day. It's hard to get excited to do that.
Yeah.
And as far as the restriction level and the band and all that stuff, how's that?
I can still for breakfast. I usually because I'm upstairs. I pull out my cereal and my milk, mix it, and I have a little cup, and I can have a cup of cereal. Not supposed to.
A cup, okay.
If I have a half a cup, I'm still wanting more.
Okay.
And I'm sure it's because it slides through the band. So.
Yeah. Is that the case for most times that you eat? It's usually a cup or more.
If it's something like that, yes.
Yeah.
If I'm having salad and stuff, I can still eat more.
Right, and that's normal. Salad pretty much is.
And that's a lot of stuff that I eat is like salads.
Okay.
But I do have cheese. I cut up cheese in there and sandwich bread. I mean not sandwich, but like ham or something. Some protein.
Yeah, good.
Protein and cheese, something like that.
And your weight just kind of just stays the same no matter what.
It goes up and goes down and.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And are you coming in anytime soon?
Well, I gotta make an appointment.
Okay.
For another bill.
Okay.
Because I was supposed to have one the last part of the year. What was it? The 29th, and I got called and they said, "Can you come in early?" I said no, because I'd just flown in from.
So we told you not to come in at all?
Yeah.
Oh, that's rude.
I mean, I'd flown in from Seattle, and I had an eye appointment, and it was eye appointment to them, and they said,
I'm sorry,
we
we're
can't.
shooting, I'm sorry.
There were some emergencies, and so they couldn't get even in.
And sometimes you're like, where the hell did that come from?
I was like, okay, whatever, it wasn't meant to be.
Oh, man, okay. Well, it sounds like you could use a few boosts in your life. Number one, personally, and then getting in here and kind of looking. I mean, it's already the end of January, but we could still look at this year as a really, solid year for you if you get on your feet a little bit here.
Oh, yeah.
And that's coming tonight. That's why
I'm here.
I'm glad you came.
Not the point I know where the hell I'll be in a few months, but.
Okay.
Texas, I may be.
Oh, gosh.
God, who knows?
You can't leave us.
Yeah, who will give you trouble?
Right. Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Sheree?
Got a band 13 or 14. Shit, I know.
Wait, you don't know what year? Wow.
Yeah, it's just part of my life.
That's when you know the years fly by.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know, me and my band have been fighting with each other lately.
Okay.
Got sick, there was a stomach virus going around, and it just swelled up, and so I had to come in and remove fluid. Then we put fluid back in, and Christmas, me and Ben got in a fight again. So I had to come remove fluid, so.
You've just had a really struggle with this band.
Just in the
But
past.
you've lost how much?
Probably about 60.
Yeah,
okay.
Somewhere on there.
Yeah, it's not so much the scale as that I'm noticing, it's the inches and the little bits here and there, and you can put your rings on, and your clothes, you're buying smaller clothes. The scale's not changing, but
right.
Other things are changing. So.
Right.
Which I figure the weight didn't come on overnight. It took 10 years for it to come on. I'm in no hurry for it to come off quickly.
Yeah.
The slower it comes, the less extra hanging, you don't want. So I just taken it slow, and I know after I sit there and think about it, it's like I do, I can't eat breakfast, so this is my breakfast.
Yeah.
And then around 10, I eat a handful of pistachios for more protein. 1 o'clock, some turkey. And
yeah, when we talk about your diet, it's always been pretty.
So I don't, it's one day
tough.
at a time.
Yeah, it's tough for you because you do eat pretty solid every day. So it's hard to.
So like I said, I'm not in no hurry. I know it's gonna come off. So.
Have you been dropping the last 4 months? Dropping weight? It's been the same?
I'm pretty much every day I wake up, get on the scale, it's the same.
Okay, and do you exercise? Just an innocent question.
That's where I go wrong. I just lately, it's just don't even want to exercise. I just come home. We took over 2 companies at work. So I've been working overtime, and you're mentally, by the time I get home at 6 o'clock, my brain's mentally checked out from sitting at a cubicle. Your brain's fried by the time I get home.
Okay.
So we took, like I said, we just sucked up 2 companies and all their customers, and
Okay.
so it's been, by the time I get home, I'm mentally checked out. I'm just like, here, dog, go feed, go run, go outside, hey, leave me
Right.
alone.
And have you exercised really much since your surgery? For
I
months,
did, yeah,
for months on end?
Yeah, I've got a treadmill.
And work was less stressful at that time?
Yeah.
Okay, so it really does relate to your workload. And
Yeah, it's just, because
did you find the weight was coming off faster when you were kind of doing the exercise? I mean, I'm just curious, because sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't.
Not as much now. I mean,
Not
it
really
just,
is
the only thing would change more would be you get toner, and
Yeah.
some things would get a little bit tighter, and but again, nothing's really been changing, just little bit by little bit. I mean, my shirt sizes, my pant sizes, everything's shrinking, but the weight's not coming off.
Yeah.
But it's slow, and like I said, I know I'm in no race. I'm not racing.
No, I hear you, and I appreciate that.
I'm not racing anybody. I'm taking it one day at a time. Eat healthy, everything, and eventually my body will get to where it says, you know what? Okay, it's time to.
Good. I like your
I
attitude.
come back in next week for a fill.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I love the positive. That's what you need. You definitely need to stay positive about it.
Yeah,
Because you have lost a lot of weight, and there are good things here.
Yeah.
Your diets, you don't have to worry about. You're doing good.
Yeah, I don't do fast food. I've never been the fast food type, and as much as sometimes you get that craving, I just want something quick and easy, and then I go, yeah, that's gonna get stuck, and then you're miserable, and then you're this. So
You just let it go.
just let it go. I'll just eat when I get
Okay. Thank you. No, that's good. I'm glad you're coming in next week too. Which doctor? Dr.
Forrest.
Okay, so I'll see that. Good. Thank you. All right.
I had surgery in September. I did the sleeve. I'm half the size I was then, but I've only lost 60 pounds.
I hate that word only.
I've only lost 60. Like you, I hit a plateau. I was not losing weight, but I was shedding. I mean, weight.
So you're half the size? You mean you dropped from like a 20 to a 10?
It's a 24 and I'm a 12 now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's so great though.
Can you give me the numbers? Like, what's the 60 pounds? How much did you weigh? How much did you weigh, if you don't mind?
I
Do you mind?
was 259, and then when I had surgery, I think I was at like 238, something up there, and then right now I'm exactly 200.
Wow.
So did you lose that weight on the pre-op diet?
The first 12 pounds on the pre-op diet.
And you're 2 what now?
200 even.
Okay.
I can't go to 199. I can't go 201.
And your surgery was in
September.
September.
It was the holiday weekend.
So if in September someone were to say to you, January 25th, you would weigh 200, what would you have thought? That's horrible. That's great.
Why not by Thanksgiving?
So you just want it all. You want it now.
I'm not even racing because I don't exercise, and that's probably my biggest downfall. I'm a truck driver.
That's huge.
So I'm gone all the time.
Right.
And when I stop, I try to walk. I walk probably 3 or 4 miles a week. That's it. But my diet.
Are you ever get off your truck and move around a lot, or you driving 12 hours straight, or?
I have team drives. I'm in that truck for 17 hours at a time. But the key is my diet. I wake up to a shake. I eat my yogurt. I eat some nuts, and I have another shake, and I have a perfect day. Now, if I stray from that and we decide to get tacos, or I make scrambled eggs for the kids, and I eat some of those scrambled eggs, my day is I'm hungry all day, I'm eating crap all day, and I start getting dizzy and I get blackouts. If my protein is not up to par, he can look at me and tell I haven't had enough protein
Oh
that
wow.
day.
Okay. Well, that's a good topic for you tonight then.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you. So you're talking basically all of October, November, December, and then January. You're talking about 16 weeks basically since your surgery. if you count the surgery date, we can nitpick with an extra few weeks here. So in those 16 weeks, I expect you to be down 32 pounds.
Oh, well then, I'm on track.
There you go.
I'm on track,
Yeah,
but
you're
it's
fine.
the
But lately you
diet,
have
but it's
lost.
like she said, if I can look at food and I go, that's gonna hurt, I won't eat. I'm like, I don't eat red meat anymore. Those can of beans, I've been drooling over them all night because if I
But you can't eat them.
I'll eat those beans.
Well, see, for me, I can't eat the beans.
So I
They
can
just-
eat the beans.
Oh, you can. Okay. And you have a sleeve, so it's a little bit different than the two of them with the band, but usually the food goes down a little bit easier with the sleeve, and the hunger is under control pretty much for you.
As long as I eat my proteins. If I have my proteins first thing in the morning, my hunger is controlled throughout the day. No
Okay,
blackouts, no insulin up and downs. But if I don't have that shake and get that yogurt by noon, I'm off the wall.
You really know yourself very well. It's good to see.
But my first struggle is not being able to exercise, and my second struggle is it's caused relationship problems. So
Because of the weight loss?
I'm hoping it's not the weight loss, but it seems to be that seems to be the pivotal point. When I went into surgery, I felt like he disappeared, and I started losing weight, and I'm like, look at me, and he's like, yeah. And then I go on support groups, and I hear people talking, oh my God, I'm pregnant, oh my God, he won't touch me. I'm like, what the hell's your problem?
You put it on the spot here, aren't you?
But you know what? He's here.
Yeah, he's here
right now.
That is
Which
cool.
a good thing.
That is cool. Yeah, it could definitely, weight loss surgery can definitely test a marriage or a relationship for sure, because there's so much changes, and people don't like change, in their partners. You got to really work at it, definitely, for sure. I've seen it happen.
That was just our question tonight. Are we the only ones that are complete idiots when it comes to a relationship?
Hey,
I mean,
that's a great question. Anybody, and obviously nobody else with a partner here, but does anybody else have any?
I've read on the things about how I don't have them, but I've read on some of the blogs that, yes, there's a lot of problems.
I don't have a spouse or anybody, but when I came for after 3 months after surgery, he can attest, I was really a different person, down on myself, upset, I was different. My family told me I was just not my usual self, and I'm back to myself now, a lot, I'm happy, and I don't know, there was a while there that I was different. People kept asking me what was wrong. My best friend would avoid me at certain times. It was different, but I don't know what I did. I think just getting out more and exercising, because I was really down about not losing enough, even though I've lost so much. I just feel like it's never good enough.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it's my mentality.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
it is a good point.
Spreads, because sometimes you feel like it's not good enough, and you feel like other people think it's not good enough.
And if you had a significant other around you, they probably would feel like it was them, or you know what I mean, and feel almost defensive.
And that something about with my mom when she had the bariatric surgery, and it came out when they first started doing them that you're changing one addiction for another.
Mm-hmm.
So something you guys had in common would be to eat, but now that you don't.
Oh yeah, we used to go out to eat all the time. That's
Now
how we
you
dated.
have something else.
He doesn't have a partner in
We
that.
don't have a
Right.
Find something else.
So now you
To
guys have to
replace
find
it.
something to replace that, what you guys had together or something. And then sometimes it's an addiction, where it's, sometimes they say you lose the weight, but now you start to gamble. So
Right.
it's-
Yeah, that's been shown to happen.
You change, so, you're changing, but now you're expecting him to change the same way as you. So you kind of have to learn to figure out where do you guys
A new thing.
change and what do you change together. So I mean, it's
simple,
just,
but obvious.
It's hard.
Obviously,
Yeah.
you just gotta
But it's
talk.
hard.
You just gotta communicate and
Yeah.
not, especially for the man, not take it personally, because we don't want. I mean, when you're married, you expect the person you're married to just to stay that person forever, and then we grow and stuff. That's why I'm sure there are divorces, because people grow and they're different. And this is where you're becoming a different person, so you gotta catch up and talk. Obviously, this isn't a marital therapy session, but it's something that.
So you've seen it on blogs. I just gotta go search
Yeah.
the blogs.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, I
go
bet
to the
they're on there.
website.
Yeah.
You gotta change that Taco Tuesday that you had to maybe going out playing golf or something.
Well, I think you should maybe go to counseling and talk to someone who specializes in weight management plus marriage, that type of thing. I think they're out there. I wish I had something to give you off the top of my head. I don't, but
Well, you suck.
I know. Is this how she used to be? Okay. She hasn't changed that. She's still blunt.
You're like, you're not me.
Thank you very much.
Moving on.
Anything else? All right. You continue.
I'm Kara, and I had surgery end of July, and I am down 98 pounds. Yeah, as I was telling you, I've been totally unsatisfied with myself for a long time, thinking I haven't lost enough weight, but like I don't know. For a while, I was just miserable. I don't know why. I was doing so good, but I was just so miserable. And like my friends, like going out to eat, like I'm single, going to college, so like going out and doing stuff just really changed. But I had totally found like I don't know. I think maybe the holidays or family or just I caught up with myself. I'm a lot happier now. I exercise a lot. I got a new job. I was miserable at my job. I've had a lot of change, so it's been actually good for me.
You could tell.
To change so much. Yeah, it's been great. And my sister-in-law had surgery a couple months after me. I had the sleeve done, and a little bit after me. And it's nice having a partner. And she doesn't like to do a lot of the things that I do, so. Actually, we were talking about getting an exercise buddy because I have a real problem with going to the gym. Sometimes I just go jogging or walking for like 2 hours in the night, like with my dog. And because I have no one to go to the gym with, so I think that's my new goal is...
What gym do you go to?
LA Fitness. Is to find someone to go do stuff like that with. I go hiking every Saturday. I'm really trying to be a better, healthier person.
I love it.
And it's actually made me happier, weirdly. I don't want to get like emotional, but I have no idea why.
I understand.
It makes me so happy to like go and do stuff and be able to do it because in July there's no way I could have hiked.
Yeah.
There's no way.
These are all new experiences for you.
Yeah.
New changes, new tastes.
Yeah.
It's been
It's like you get
cool.
to sample a whole new tasting salad bar.
Yeah.
There's new things.
And hopefully find a husband, right? That's my newest goal. And lose more weight.
Be happy with yourself.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
But yeah, it's been good.
Get another dog.
I'm trying to learn to be happy with what I've earned so far.
Be glad you're not him.
Thank you, Kara.
Thank
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm Kimberly, and I had the band June 25th of 15, and I'm down about 35 pounds. I did really good the first couple months, and then I would lose like at least 6 pounds, I think, every time I came in every 4 to 5 weeks. And then everything, I felt like it was too tight, everything was getting stuck, I kept throwing up, So I came in and talked to Mike, and it was more me, like not chewing or just not paying attention and taking like a regular size bite instead of what we're supposed to. But I'm back on track.
Good.
And I come in tomorrow. So
tomorrow you come?
I
Okay.
should have a weight loss.
That's great.
But yeah, it's hard. I just gotta focus more because if anything gets me off track, like the holidays, although I didn't gain anything. I haven't gained anything. I just haven't lost until again this month. But I just gotta stay focused.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you could have a few days off here and there, right?
Yeah.
With this protein talk, I mean, is that something that you think could kind of get you back on the diet track, just focusing on that protein?
Well, I've been doing logging my food.
Yeah.
And I got a Fitbit at Christmas. And so I really like this because, I'm like, oh my God, I'm only at 8,900. So I will literally march in my room before bed and watch TV until I hit 10,000.
Yeah, look at you at 10, yeah.
Good.
The key is journaling though, because I was up and down and all over the place, and I couldn't figure out why I was getting dizzy, having blackouts until I started journaling my food. And and I only did it for maybe 6 to 8 weeks, but it gave me just enough time to look back and go, okay, on this day I felt like this, and that's what I ate.
That's
on
good,
this
yeah.
day I ate that, and that's how I felt.
That's perfect.
So I think everybody
Detective
should
work a
journal.
little bit. You could see
I think I emailed you about, hey, I can't even get my potassium up. You're like, what the hell, potassium?
I think I remember that, yes. But hey, I give you credit. Again, I give everybody credit. It looks that closely, because most people don't. So, that's good. So, when you look at those journals, what I'm looking for when you show them to me are grams protein, grams carbs. If there's more than 3 to 1, you gotta meaning if you have 100 grams of protein, you have 300 grams of carbs, you're way off.
Right.
You want as close to 1-to-1 as you can. And a lot of times, unfortunately, it is 3-to-1 for many people. Okay. Good. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
Joyce?
Yeah, I'm Joyce. I was sleeved on December 10th. I started at 325. I am at 295. I've lost a total of 40 pounds. I do have difficulty eating. That is my...
Eating enough?
I have been taking this 1 gram of protein all day long.
Oh, jeez.
Why, wait, what's going on? Okay, you had surgery when?
December 10th.
Alright, so we're still in week 6 here.
You're a month away from normacy.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's alright. But it's taking you all day to drink that?
Yep.
And why is that? Because you don't feel good if you drink faster?
I'm having difficulty eating, drinking, period.
Specifically, what does it... You're full.
Yeah, you never feel hungry?
Yeah.
I never feel hungry. Not
Okay.
once have I ever.
So to ask you to
felt.
consume more would cause you to get sick, nauseous, throw up.
It's painful.
Pain. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I get it. That's fine. It's healing. I mean, did you have anything else today besides that?
This is it.
All right. Well, that's a little concerning.
Another month. It was
What about
probably
water?
2 months with the sleeve that it was a struggle to get that down. So
Okay.
another month, you'll be good.
It took me finding what I liked.
Okay.
Finding a certain
'Cause you
thing
can
that I like to drink. Because
I'm sorry, I did have yogurt, half of the thing of yogurt today,
Okay.
though, so I did have
And water.
no water.
No water.
This is
Just that.
This is water.
Yeah. Is that every day?
Just about.
Okay. We got to look at that. I mean, if that keeps again, it should get better, but after 6 weeks, that's not typical. I would think.
Wouldn't you be dehydrating yourself?
Yeah. It's
That's
not
what
good.
And you
she
start
told me when I
creating-
was here last week.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
then you start creating muscle cramps.
No,
But
that's
I don't
not.
have those at
That's
all.
not good. That's not good at all.
Yeah.
You need to
Today's
force.
my first day back at work also, so I was like, oh my god, this is too much.
I went back to work 3 days later.
Oh no.
I mean, everybody's.
You
It
did
sounds
all
like.
of that?
I could take the full 6. I could have taken 12 weeks off under FMLA.
Well, you're obviously a
I
slow
just did
healer,
the
and
6.
you're just healing slow, and it's very possible that's the case. But the dehydration and things like that, and the issues that water. That's your whole meal right there. It's a little scary to me. I think you need to watch that closely, and if you can't do it, you need to come in and talk to the doctor. I mean, I don't want to say you have to get IV fluids, but if you need them, we gotta do it. If I can ask you about your urine, is it really dark or is it okay?
I went to the restroom once.
Only today, yes. You should be
Probably
going
about
at.
5 o'clock.
That's not
this
surprising.
afternoon.
You gotta be
Right.
going to the bathroom at least once every 6 hours. I mean, so please don't take this lightly. If it's really if it doesn't get better in the next few days, we gotta bring you in.
Yeah, she did tell me that I should probably try and come to
Oh, she did. Who told you? Did
not
that-
then,
The nurse?
Becky.
Becky told you that? Okay, so she's aware of the situation. Oh, good. Okay.
That's what happened to me when I got my band. Is I couldn't hold anything down, drink nothing, and I had to go back in the hospital for IV.
You did? Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I went
2 days
3
after my
times.
surgery.
I went 3 times because I was like shaky. I couldn't get
Yeah.
right, and I got an IV.
Yeah, you
I
seem
do
okay,
have an
but-
issue. I'm off. I had the surgery for a different reason. I grew up very thin. Had a child at 28 years old, and my weight just went poof. So I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, beginning failure of kidney disease, and extremely high blood pressure. So for me, I'm a crybaby. For me, this was just about living. So more than it was about losing a pound. So my sister had the RNY last year in April and is down 105 pounds for her. But for her, it was more about losing the weight because she didn't have all the health issues. For me, it was just about me being healthy and wanting to live. That was it. So we just had this conversation yesterday. I said, oh my God, if I don't ever lose another pound, I'm satisfied. Because I'm off all of the medications, everything.
Well, that's what
I had insulin once in the hospital the day after surgery. I had blood pressure medication twice. and I've not had taken another pill, not another insulin shot, nothing since then. So
Do you test your sugar regularly?
yeah, so I'm dealing with hypoglycemia now, low blood sugars,
Really?
because I'm not eating. That's
Well,
the problem.
My medication was reduced, but they won't take me off of it.
I'm off everything. My sister's
That's
still on
awesome.
her, she takes a medication for blood pressure, and she just had a meeting with her doctor, and he was like, nope, you're fine, you're all. But my endocrinologist was like, Joyce, you don't need me anymore, and I started crying. I said, why? But, yeah, so for me, I'm okay. I did join the gym. I do exercise regularly. But I'm at that plateau, and I think it's because it's maybe
I think it's because
stored.
you're not getting enough nutrition. So, I mean, it's a short plateau, but in a month from now, we won't have to worry. But just right now, we got a lot.
You don't feel tired, or?
I'm tired today because I just went back to an office full of fires.
Right.
So I've been gone for 6 weeks, but
Because I got sick for like 3 days, like a month ago, and I couldn't really drink or eat. And I just felt so wiped out. My back, I think it was my kidneys hurting because I couldn't really drink much or anything. But you don't feel any of that?
Nope.
Good.
well, I am taking the B12. So as soon as I have liquid and it's under my tongue, and as soon as I take the B12, it's like, okay, let's go. I can conquer the world today. That's it. But yeah.
Okay, well, you're doing good. I mean, you're doing good as far as weight loss.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you are. You're doing fine. So,
Awesome.
yeah, let's see. Thank you. Let's see how you do in the next month, though. Let's watch that. Okay. And last but not least?
My name is Chrissy, and I have the lap band, and I've had it since March of 2015, and I lost maybe 35 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're coming up on a year soon here?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think you haven't lost more?
Because I'm not getting enough protein, and I have a really bad sweet tooth.
Okay. Well, at least you know the answer.
Yeah.
But before you got here, I did a whole talk about protein. Basically, in a nutshell, we talked about getting 100 grams a day. Okay, these were all different options for you that you can get up here.
You can have the muscles.
Yeah. You like mussels? Have you ever had mussels before?
What are mussels?
Wait, what'd she say?
What are mussels?
Oh, there you go. You probably don't like them then.
Seafood?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They're like clams.
Like clams, yeah. I got mussels up here. They're all yours if you want them.
I'll try them.
Oh, look at you. All right. I don't have to eat them myself. Okay, so sugar intake is higher than you probably like, and the band doesn't really stop. I mean, it doesn't stop the sugar. It goes right through.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then the protein. So challenge yourself to get 100 grams a day, okay? Just that.
Okay.
And do you like these? Protein
I can
shakes?
drink them, yeah.
Okay, so you can do 2 of these a day. That's 60 grams, or like the Costco brand's good, or it doesn't matter what brand.
Okay.
And try to see if you can get the 100 grams. I think that'll. Do you feel like you're not getting enough protein?
I know, yeah, I know.
You know you're not?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll help take away the sugar, because the more protein you eat, the less sugar you're going to want to eat.
Okay.
You should at least.
Mine was my B12 too. If my B12 drops, that's when I start
Yeah.
craving sugar.
Yeah, okay. And do you get your
But
B12?
I have to do a shot because I have pernicia. So, but also if you haven't tested your B12s, have those checked.
Okay.
Everything. If you feel like you don't have that energy, because that's what I do is when my B12 drops, I start going for the sugar because I need that sugar to keep moving.
Okay.
And that's
that sounds like something that I do is just like chocolate and milk every day. Or times
yeah. Then have your B12s checked and up your protein like he says, but check your B12s.
Okay.
Go to your doctor because like I said.
That's a great
I want that. So do I want that.
I can't. Yeah, have your doctor check.
I'm like addicted to protein shakes.
Really? I love them.
All right, I have numbers in here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right.
Look at it bouncing.
Really?
Wait. I wasn't paying attention.
I know you got it. Okay.
4.
It's a magic trick.
For as much as they charge, they can't get better bags.
You think?
Right. Go ahead, pick one, please.
It's the same in the bag.
This is for the powder. I'm assuming, unless you want something else. 2.
That'd be you.
That'll be you, Sheree.
I'll let somebody else have it.
Aw, that's just sweet.
I say
Well, no,
let
you
it
can
ride.
have. Here, come up and take like something you don't want? You want
I'll
anything?
just take the rest of the rack and.
You want these?
Yeah.
There you go. Nice little
Sweet.
pool.
Wait,
Look at this.
everybody else passed.
I just can't gag that stuff down.
Are you guys going? Are you guys all coming to the Rawhide event? I'm
Yeah.
assuming all of you are coming, right?
Yeah.
There's just no. What's that? What's this look for?
I'm not gonna be here.
Oh, all right. You won't be here though. Everybody else coming?
If I'm here.
All right. As long as you're here. Okay.
I would if I had to go to Florida.
Okay.
So.
5.
Yay! So exciting!
Are you sure you're gonna use it?
Thank you.
Thank you. 3.
I want the beans.
She's been staring at him all day.
Okay. I'm gonna still have stuff left over. 6.
Oh, that's me.
How are you, Joyce?
Yeah, what
What
are
you
you
want?
not gonna eat?
What is
The
that?
yogurt.
Yeah.
Yogurt.
You know what?
She'll eat
I
the yogurt.
have a fridge full of them.
Quinoa,
No, I don't even.
no yogurt, crave,
You know what?
jerky.
I'll try the jerky.
Okay.
You like it.
And it lasts a while in case you can't eat it yet.
You can suck on
You're
it.
not clear on it. You can puree it.
You know what? I think that's probably why I did much better, because I did that for a long time.
Uh-huh.
I'm just getting to the point where I'm getting to the solid foods and the brown meats and stuff.
Kara.
She's like, well, you didn't pull it first.
I think at this point you can take 2 things.
Oh yeah. I take the salmon and the
All right. I've never given away this much in my life.
After you buy it, you shop before you come here.
That's you.
Yeah, I love pasta.
I know.
Yes.
Yep.
Take 2. Oatmeal. All right. Last but not least,
You see, I can use this
as
in my room.
figures, you came last and you got picked last.
Yes. You might as well take
All right,
all
Canadian
four.
bacon, yogurt. Take 2. All right. I'll eat these.
Nice.
There you
Like
go.
that?
Those aren't needing in the refrigerator. You can put them in your box.
Right? I know. I'll just keep them right there. I'm back here tomorrow. Nice. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So, wow. See, 7 o'clock. Look at that. That was fun. That was really fun. Thanks for coming. Do it again next month. Try to come again. Rawhide, February 12th and 13th. And that's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable.
We have to be there an hour before?
Yeah, I'm going to send another email out. Come about an hour before, though, just to answer your question. Yeah.
Okay.
Just you can come even earlier because it's obviously 24 hours straight. You just want to come and hang out for a while. I'm going to send the itinerary out. Oh, I think I did today.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. For all the guest speakers and everything we have going on, all the activities. So it'd be cool. So make sure you're there, because if I had nobody there, I'd be pretty sad.
You'll be walking a lot.
I will be. All right. If anybody has any last minute questions to ask me on the way out, I'm here. If not, get home early. Go see your
Someone
family.
posted on the website a question about where people can make donations for the people, pledges for
Yes,
the people
there's
that are
a
walking.
link to the PayPal
It
page.
is on there?
But it
Okay.
doesn't, there's no space to put our name.
There isn't, and I sent an email out today to clarify that. If you do it, just tell me who it was.
Okay.
If you got somebody to sponsor you, get their names, and then the charity will link up the name with you,
Okay. Okay.
so we know.
What if I get nobody to sponsor?
I mean,
My friends are broke.
if you can just get, if you can get your like $20, and then you get like a few people get $5. I
You
mean,
know, but since some of them, the
$5
dollar
is
is
a
like,
lot.
yeah, it's like, I mean,
Well, we're not gonna kick you out. We'll do your best, okay?
I don't like the scale.
No, I liked it when I first turned it on.
yeah, make sure somebody comes in around
Thank you.
You're welcome, Joyce.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Get the bag.
Thank
You're welcome.
Sure.
So enjoy that.
Can I have a bag?
Yeah.
I do have a question.
Okay.
I have a really, really hard time with fiber. Like, really, really hard
Your
time.
hard time eating it?
Just in general, like, I'm just stopped up constantly.
Oh, you're
so I have to
stopped
take
up.
laxatives constantly. Like every day I take one.
Well, your body gets used
Or
to
two
those. That's
times.
the
I
problem.
know.
You gotta get
But-
away from that.
Is there something better than fiber?
Food. I mean, fiber from food is honestly for you right now. It's hard. Prunes are really prune juice.
Oh, okay, I
Awesome.
can think of that.
Yeah, prune juice. If you don't want to.
So I was looking at.
Yeah, but I mean,
But the benefit.
you don't need a lot.
Yeah.
A 4 ounce, you're good.
Do you write my number? Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll text you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 4
And
ounces.
it's gonna be a California number, so don't be.
Okay.
Okay.
Just say,
Try
hey,
to
this
get-
is Kara.
Try to get 20
Yes,
grams.
I will.
Okay.
Bye. See you tomorrow. Try to get 20 grams of protein from your food if you can. Again, this is for you in a month, but 20 grams of fiber.
I know. Yeah.
So you just gotta find foods that have
High
more,
fiber.
like beans.
That's why that oatmeal is what
Yeah.
I looked up a lot of fibrous foods because I just
And
it's
water.
such a routine.
And water.
Yeah.
And moving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm moving a lot.
Yeah, you're moving a lot, so I'm not worried about that.
No. Oh, I just hate taking.
Are you taking any medications that cause constipation?
Lots of iron.
Oh,
Yeah.
You have to take iron?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
like
why.
Double the dosage of iron.
There's your answer. So there's not
Yeah.
much you can do.
I know. It's crazy. But yeah, and I've had lots of other issues, but not weight
Yeah.
loss wise. But
Gotcha.
okay. Well, I'll just keep. I think these are gonna be good, but yeah.
Yay!
And I'll come with a variety.
Okay. Keep working on new things. You're welcome.
Yes, we do. Good luck.
All right,
And
thank you.